Hello, in this video we are talking about Entity Manager, which gives you the possibility to create custom entities, edit existing ones, manage fields and relationships. For this you need to go to Administration Panel, Customization, and choose Entity Manager. As you can see, we have here existing entity list with their names and labels. You can manage fields and relationships, and you can also edit them as well as create the new ones. So let's try to create entity. We set the name, for example, contract. Label singular and label plural is reflected automatically. We can also choose the type. Currently, we have such types as base, base plus, event, person, and company. The difference between base plus and base is that base plus has activities history and tasks panels, and also event available in calendar and activities panel. So let's choose base plus. Also, we need to check the box stream, which will give you the possibility to see the current updates, and save. Now let's go to the fields. The base plus contains the following field types: assigned user, created at, created by, description, modified at, modified by, name, and teams. Let's look at the default options of fields and the example of name. So the default option list of the field contains type, name, label, required, which means that this field is mandatory and cannot be empty. Then default value will be set by default upon creating. And audited, which means that updates will be logged in stream. Also, it has tooltip text. The text will show as a hint, and it will look like this. From version 4.3, you can set dynamic logic, like rules for visibility, requirement, and editing. Now, let's try to create contract fields. We'll start with number. A name of the field can contain lower and uppercase Latin letters, numbers, and underscore. It should start with a letter, and the best practice is to use camel case style. So let's add the name, the label, the prefix. Then you put the next number. If you previously created contracts, then the number should be the next number after the last one. And if you have never created the contracts before, then the number will be 1. So the pad length, in our case, it's 5. And that's it. Save. Next, we'll create status. We go to enum type, set the name, label, choose required, audited, set options. We have the key options on the left, and on the right, you will be able to translate these options, use your own language, and choose any name. So we have such options as planned, in progress, signed, declined, and deferred. The default option will be planned, and save. Now we choose the type. Again, we go to enum field, set the name, label, choose options. Example, type 1, type 2, type 3. And for example, we can, if we forgot something, so we can put it here and then rearrange the list. The default will be, for example, type 1, and save. Now we'll go to amount. For this, we choose currency, set the name, label. This field is required if the status is signed. Let's create this rule. So we can see. Save. Now we go to signed at. We choose date, time. set the name, label, set default, again, this field has to be visible only when the status is signed. We create the rule, apply, and save. Now, if this field is set, it becomes read only. So let's set this rule. And save. Now we proceed to date from, choose date, set the name, label. Again, this field is required only when the status is signed. So we create the rule for that. And save. After that, we have to create date 2. Again, we go to the same field, date, the name, the label. This field has to be shown after the date from. So we reflect it here and choose required. Again, this field will be required if the status is signed. So let's create this rule. And save. Now we can also edit entity. So we can change labels, disable entity if you don't need it in your system. We can check off the stream if you don't want to receive the updates. We can set order. Let's choose number. Direction, let's leave descending. Also, we can choose status field. The updates of the field are logged in stream. Let's choose status. And text filter fields, fields used by text search. We have name and save. So any contract has at least 2 sides, contractor and contractee. So now we need to create a relationship with the contract. So we set the entity. We choose the type. In our case, it will be many to one because one contract can have many contracts. Also, we can check the link multiple field box. It gives you the possibility to edit relations. However, in our case, it's not needed. And the same for audited. And save. So as you can see, we have created all the fields and also we configured the relationships. In our next video, we will look at the way how we can configure entity layouts. So far, that's it. Bye for now.